Hey everybody. Hi Eli. Excuse me. Just feeding an addiction. What is my primary relationship? Of course, my primary relationship is with myself. After all, it's me. If I'm in a relationship with someone else, it is I who is in that relationship with somebody else. And if I can't bring my entire presence to that relationship, then it'd be a bit of a one-sided relationship, wouldn't it? Now, I've gone through a lot of work in trying to regain or reestablish a connection with myself that has been sorely missing for a long time, since childhood. One of the key elements, I think, through which you acquire information about yourself is your emotional faculty. And if you aren't in tune with your emotional faculty, I don't think that you can be all that in tune with yourself, because your emotions give you vast amounts of information about yourself. I've been so out of touch with myself for such a long time. I'd gone through a very heavy degree of repression from childhood. As a child, I was very emotional, but it was used against me, and I'm not alone with this. A lot of people get their emotions used against them in a lot of respects. And it's one of the things I have a certain degree of animosity towards religion for, or at least the way some of them use religion, in the way that it forces people to repress, because to even feel something can be considered a sin. And that's one of the triggers for repression. There are many others, of course. The parents who are also indoctrinated with said religion, whatever it may be, that do the same thing, reinforce that. And then you have the more unhealthy parents who continue to reinforce that with various simple statements. I mean, the child has a certain degree of responsibility in a way, because they're the ones who are interpreting what's going on, but they're kids, for crying out loud. If they could have healthy parents that could bring them around to being able to identify with their own emotions healthily, then they wouldn't repress them, and they'd be more attuned to them, and those emotions could actually do something to help them to live. The degree of repression that I've had has made it necessary for me not to be able to rely on my emotions. I didn't trust them for the longest time. I still am not too completely comfortable with them to let them lead. I've seen some people who can lead with their emotions that do a good job of it. They're attuned to their own emotional states. They feel something, and it's healthy. They have a healthy response mechanism. So, for crying out loud, let's get a little bit more involved with our own emotions and try to develop some sort of way of teaching our kids to deal with them in a healthy fashion. We'd be much better able to have relationships with other people if we had a good relationship with ourselves. We could actually bring ourselves to a relationship. Thanks, TemoinsGirl. Eli. Excellent thought, in my opinion.